But I feel like, I don't know, maybe kids these days are different. But like at my high school prom, there was a guy at the door who would go, "Have you had anything to drink today?" And then you would just go, "No," which was true for me, but false for a lot of people. And then he would go like, "Okay, go in." And then on the inside, once you were in, like as long as you locked in for those like 5-second interrogation outside, you're pretty much good to go. I told myself, stay calm. And that's what did it. He's free. Yes! It's been a while. Been a while since we've been back here. All right, I gotta be on my best behavior now. You climb on the rebar. Oh, I remember. I remember this. We're Costco guys. Of course we swing on the pendulum. Can I go like, yeah, like go up and then pull down on it? Something tells me that doesn't make sense from a physics context. Hey, Anal, your opinion about people who think Costco's for losers? If getting the good deal and enjoying the shopping experience makes you a loser, then I'm the Michael Jordan of losers, I guess. Huge. My only negative take on Costco is that people do need to learn how to walk in the store as if they're not the only person in the store. That's the big one. That's not only Costco. It's true, but the Costco, the shopping carts are big and everyone's got one. You know, there's displays on both sides of the aisles that people are all looking at and stuff like that. And then also, like, people, or like the Costco itself, sometimes stock stuff in the middle, so there's literally 2 lanes, and then people will just like abandon their cart, completely blocking one of the lanes to go get like a bite of frozen pizza, and you're like, you can't do that. You gotta pull off to like a maintenance road or a rest stop or something like that before you go for the Tropicana orange juice. Me when someone absent-mindedly makes my Costco trip take 30 seconds longer. Me when I absent-mindedly make someone else's Costco trip take 30 seconds longer. Oh, sorry. Being in this store is really complicated. There's nothing I could do. It's really incredible how the human brain has so much information to process at any given time. Oops, sorry about that. Sorry, I'm doing my best. Everybody in the store is really doing their best. You should really have a little bit more patience. Me when I pass someone on the road versus when someone passes me. No disrespect. I think you'll get over it. I hope you'll get over it. I feel nothing when I get passed on the road. I think this is true for everybody. I would much rather be passed than have the alternative situation happen where someone is just tailgating me. They're like, you can't drive 50 kilometers an hour here. This is a 54 kilometer an hour road. I don't feel right unless I'm driving 54 kilometers an hour. Like, when those people pass me, I'm like, thank God. Go make it someone else's problem. Here we go. It's going to be, we're going to grab with the left so we can swing with the right quickly. Well, nevertheless. Sorry, I think I need to go blow my nose. One moment, please. Hey, Fail Gunner, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Thank you. Can you grab the wheel? It was a good idea, but the answer is no. I don't know what I was thinking was going to happen that time. What's your driving strategy? Don't crash. I'll be honest with you. On the highway, I'm a normal guy. Most of the time, probably end up going 10 over. Pretty standard on Canadian highways. Speed limit's 90. If there's no traffic, you might do 115. You know? Little traffic, you're probably doing 100. Residential roads, my ass is turtle mode. And if you want to lose your mind behind me and take out a weapon and kill me because I'm making you take longer to get to your destination, so be it. There are residential roads around me that are like 50, and sometimes I'll just drive what feels comfortable to me, and then I look down at my speedometer and I'm doing like 32. Sorry, the speed limit being 50 doesn't mean you literally have to drive 50 kilometers an hour. It means you should drive, up to 50 kilometers an hour depending on the situation around you. In Edmonton, they changed residential to 40, and people were like, I mean, residential, man, you got cars parked on both sides of the streets. Kids are playing road hockey. They're kicking soccer balls out, stuff like that. People are riding bikes. You can get a ticket for driving too slow. I'm literally dead ass not concerned. I'll just pay the ticket that, like, no one's going to give me anyway because that's a fantasy land. And I'll continue driving at a comfortable pace on a residential road and not committing vehicular manslaughter. On the highway, on the highway, you got a nut up, okay? If you're driving too slow, they'll think you're stoned. Okay, let them think I'm stoned. What do I care? I don't know, like, maybe I'm the weird one. I don't drive to, like, shirk suspicion. I don't drive in a way that's like, oh, I want to drive a different way, but I have to drive this way. Otherwise, like, I'm going to get a ticket. I just drive legally. And in a way that feels, like, comfortable and as safe as can be given the circumstances. Oops. Motherfuckers really just be driving to arrive at their destination? You got me, man! I try to always, you know what they say, begin with the end in mind? Every time I'm driving, I try to remind myself that at the end of the day, like, you know, the best possible situation is that I'm arriving at Save On Foods and not being dead. Like, it's anything that happens in the car between my house and Save On Foods is literally just fantasy made up by my ape brain. Speeding needs to be punishable by death, IMO. Okay, listen. I was starting to get people around to the drive slower cause, and you're squandering all the progress I've made. What do you mean you need to get the death penalty for speeding? Let's not be ridiculous. You know how many, like, gradations of law and punishment exist between, like, nothing and death? Come on. Ooh. Beautiful. Okay. That being said, there are some circumstances where I would like to at least have the opportunity to cross-examine some drivers. For example, when you're in nearly bumper-to-bumper traffic on the freeway and the guy behind you is tailgating. What are you doing? Like, use your eyes, bro. I literally can't. I would love to give you more space. Nothing would give me more pleasure than allowing you to get further away from me because you're fucking insane. But I can't. Unfortunately, society has dictated that we need to be next to each other for at least the foreseeable future. So if we could just figure out how we're going to make this work. People who wave someone to go at a stop sign. Yeah. It is irritating. Do you ever pull off to let people pass? No. I think if you start doing that, you may never find yourself back on the road. They can find a place to pass. Okay, I pull off. Are you in the fast lane usually? I'm usually in the HOV lane because I'm driving with my family. Hey, that's only for Model X's doing 200 kilometers an hour en route to their alimony hearing. Liz, that's not fair. Not all Model X drivers are divorced, okay? Sorry. All right. All right. I think that driving culture is actually changing in this direction, and it's gonna make speeders really mad. But, like, I really don't care that you want to go fast. I also want you to pass me, but if you can't pass me and you're stuck behind me going as fast as I want to go instead of as fast as you want to go, welcome to Earth, buddy. Like, we all gotta get along, you know? You can learn how to deal with your emotions in a constructive way, or you can get into a car accident with me and kill us both because you absolutely have to be comfortable at every aspect, every second of your life, but it's not my problem that you are in a rush. Sorry. It's your problem. Now, illegally pass me, or... Because the other thing is, I don't know how fast you want to go. If I'm already going 100 in a 90, and you're like on me as if I'm committing the crime, which I guess I am. How fast do I go? It's never going to be faster, right? Like if I get to 130, you're not going to be like, whoa, okay, I realize now. You just want to see nobody else in front of you. You're only going to be happy when there's nobody else in front of you. So it's not even my speed. It's just the fact that you're not first. In which case, I can't help you. I don't possess the powers to fix your brain. Okay, but what now? If I would have done that. Also, actual #1 driving pet peeve. I'm telling you sincerely, please don't ever do this. The normal people are talking about you. They're saying you need anger management. You are behind someone merging on the freeway. They merge and you merge simultaneously. You immediately, within less than 1 second of the merge, lane change and speed by them as fast as you can. One day, you are going to die in a car accident on the highway. It's a dangerous habit because many people, when they get on the freeway, first they get in the lane that they have to get into because it's the merge lane, and then they're like, I'm going to be here for 8 hours. I'm going to move to the middle or even to the left. You just got to give it like 5 seconds to percolate out, let them decide if they're going to move. If they're not moving, make a normal lane change. Don't do a Volkswagen Golf insane lane change where you hit the gas so hard that the bottom of your car goes down and the front of your car goes up and it goes like you're in such a rush to get to Buffalo Wild Wings or something like that, man. What if they were doing like 23 on the merge lane? The thing is, speeders always love to come up with that situation. The number of times in reality, like the ratio of being annoyed by speeders versus like made up situations is actually like 49-1. Have I been stuck behind people merging too slow on the freeway? Yes. How many times does that happen versus a dude behind me looks like he's going to take out a machete and chop my head off because I am driving 105 and he wants to go 107 6 to 7 times a day? Wait, a subreddit for speeder pride has to be real. Speeder problems. Okay, I'm alive. Also, they should not be able to sell pickup trucks that have the mirrors that poke out like that. What are you talking about? I'm not talking about a normal Dodge Ram 1500. I'm talking about where they have the extendo mag on the mirrors. Those are for towing. No, I know that like they have a purpose. makes it very hard to get into a business that has street parking in the alley. Makes it really hard to get a nice London fog, man. In Kitsilano. There are speeding subreddits, but it's just people complaining about tickets. Okay. So what you're saying is that we're on the cutting edge of a new social movement. Ben Gibbard says, hey, I've been watching for 5 years. Can you audit me? Okay, /user Ben Gibbard. It says here you've got a hunger twisting your stomach into knots that your tongue has tied off. It says here you've got an impulse. If you have a feeling, let it out, but you cannot get it past your mouth. Papa! This is the sound of settling. Papa! You know what I'm talking about? Death Cab for Cutie? He said all that? You see the tweet about Weezer that said, how did Rivers Cuomo get Ben Gibbard and Anthony Kiedis' haircut simultaneously? Holy, that was a good swing. Huge, huge. Why does this game sound like my parents' bedroom? They own a rocking chair or something? Oh. You want to hear my new character? His name is Asexual Isaac Brock. What is... Okay, you can't just give me the character's name for that one. It's not self-explanatory. Because Isaac Brock, he's not really singing about stuff that's that heterosexual or horny or like anything. He's mostly singing about, you know, the quiet agony of being from a town whose best restaurant is a Papa John's. Alrighty. I honestly couldn't tell you what any Modest Mouse song is about. Oh, really? You couldn't tell me what All Night Diner is about? I was at an all-night diner, size of XXX, but they was talking about root beer. I'm just sitting here, breathing the thin air, thinking of the oxygen. Have I told you? Have I? When I have sex, I'm always thinking about the pavement so I can avoid premature ejaculation. I woke up remembering to thank him. Better things to do, so I'll start drinking. Yeah, I'm a real Modest Mouse head. You think I don't own a hard copy of Building Nothing Out of Something? Hey, Rip Bazu, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you, thank you. How do you remember the lyrics? It was on my 90-minute Central Otago, New Zealand ride this morning. Oh my god, I recognize this locale. You're Central Otaga. I'll do your ride for free. I had to do it. I knew someone in chat was gonna do it. I had to do it first. Hold. Building Nothing Out of Something, my favorite all-time album. It's got some bangers on it. Let me think. It's got Never Ending Math Equation, Interstate 8, banger rendition of Sleepwalking. Mutual friends' parents left town for a week, so we raided their liquor stash, walked down to the riverside. That's a good one. Positive, Negative. Whenever you breathe out, I breathe in. Other People's Lives. Broke. That's a slapper, man. It's non-stop. It's hits from front to back. Baby Blue Sedans. I mean, even that's a classic. I'm not touching this, man. Long Drive is better. Excuse me, Long Drive doesn't even hold a candle to Lonesome Crowded West. So, like, what are we doing here? What are we discussing here? It's probably like 4 Lonesome Crowded West songs on the Peloton playlist. Okay. We swing. Halfway through the swing, we get to the second sandbag. And then we're going for this piece all the way across here. It's hard as fuck, bro. How do you feel about Moon in Antarctica? Great album, some amazing songs. Me personally, I prefer when Isaac Brock was a little less spiritual and a little more angry. Just my personal taste. Like I like less of the like your heart felt good, it was dripping pitch and made of wood, and I like more like first the chain reaction started in the parking lot. We started to bleed onto the big streets and bleed out onto the highways and off to other cities. Built a store and sell these rocks. So are you feeling real dirty living in your parking lot? Waiting to bleed, you know, and that's like a 9-minute long song that just keeps going until the guitar solo hits, and the guitar solo just goes Great Peloton songs. I've never taken meth, but I kind of feel like my favorite era of Modest Mouse music is songs to take meth to. You see the guy on r/meth who kept taking meth and stealing DoorDash orders, and then all the other people on r/meth were like, fucking stop it, and he was like, you can't make me stop? The librarian had it ready to go. No! Okay. All-timer tweet. Men can't have hobbies anymore? I know it's an insane sentence. Why are you on r/meth if you don't do meth? Well, like, can a guy have hobbies anymore? A guy's not allowed to be curious? I don't go to subreddits for hobbies that I'm interested in anymore, because that's like the first step on like not being interested in the fucking hobby anymore. You're not a really chili head unless you got Mama Liz's chili oil in your cupboard. Mama Liz sold out to Oots Foods 12 years ago. I wish we could get the independent Mama Liz's chili sauce back. Oh, I just drove out to Frisco this weekend. There's a new sauce made. It's called Pepperhead's Delight. It tastes so similar to what Mama Liz's used to taste like before she sold out. Like, you can't just, you get, who would have thought the first time you put hot sauce on your eggs and you were like, this is good. Who would have thought it would lead you down that sorry path? Instead, it's great to go to subreddits for shit you have no familiarity of and assume that this is what the average person who partakes in this hobby is like. The reason I go to R-Meth on occasion is because, like, I have absolutely no concept of what it's like to do methamphetamine. I have no concept of what it's like to live life when addicted to methamphetamine. So I'm learning a little bit secondhand about society by reading these Reddit posts. No, you saw it on Twitter? Bro, I've been reading r/best of thwacked out takes for 10 years. You don't know shit about me. That must explain why r/sex has so many users. Bro, biggest, like, wake-up call in my life. Probably 23 years old, something like that. Go to r/sex, sort by top all time, hoping there's going to be some tips or something in there, some tricks, some cheat codes. Just a bunch of posts that are like, my boyfriend did some fucked up shit last night. How should I feel about it? Really teach you a lot about the real world. I was hoping there would be like a Prima strategy guide at the top or something like that, but instead it was like a bunch of people learning to have self-respect, not let people treat them like that. To walk through the IGN walkthrough. Oh, that could have done it, man. How do you do this? Just send it? Didn't I go right hand for? Oh, right hand first. I did not go last time. Okay, I'm something like grab like this corner. Okay, ready? Maybe just get it swinging a little bit first, like this. Oh no! We go till noon, and then we gotta play something else. I have way too much fucking momentum, bro. You know what I think makes gamer cells seethe when they see a game like this succeeding? They're used to like games being hard, but they can be like an authoritative source. Oh, you had a hard time fighting Melania, huh? Well, have you ever considered equipping the Prisoner's set? It raises Scarlet Rot by 20% and can really trivialize her hardest attacks in her second phase. Yeah? Now do a difficult game about climbing. You just gotta learn to fucking do this shit, bro. That's it. There's no secret. This is a game that's actually hard. It's not just like, oh, this boss is made out of water. I'm going to use a fucking lightning sword. Okay? It's not like that. That's fucking... What hole does the square go into? The square hole. This is real adult life. This shit is complex. It's hard. And yet, if you'll allow it, there's fulfillment in it. There's spiritual growth. That shit was an hour right there. That shit used to take us an hour every single time. People used to go make lunch when we got to the wheel. Next is the girder. Send it. Send it. We make lunch at the girder now. Exactly. We're DoorDashing one bagel and a coffee with 6 creams and 6 sugars. Capitalism breeds innovation. Its most recent innovation, how to make $15 of McDonald's costs $28. You are not going to believe this one. Back to the girder. Okay. I unironically ordered that when I was hungover on Sunday. I understand. It probably would have been kind of devastating if DoorDash existed when I was in college. I don't know. Like, I was so... You're not going to believe it. I was insanely cheap in college. Even when I was hungover, I wasn't going out for, like, all-day breakfast. I would just starve for, like, the first 12 hours of the day. And then I would walk to the $2.50 per slice pizza place. And I would get 2 slices of pizza. And when that pizza hit at like 9 p.m. after not eating all day, oh man. The Thanos getting the last Infinity Stone in the gauntlet. Slower. That was a huge one. We'll just go again. We'll just go again. Hold. Hold. This is, we got it. It's swinging, bro. Go. That was fast enough. I just wasn't positioned right. Imagine seeing this shit downtown. Every once in a while, if you live in a city long enough, you will see a clearly disturbed person do a feat of physical strength that seems completely impossible. And you'll just have to say, you know what? That's real. That's a human being right there. I got nothing but respect for that. With proper nutrition, proper exercise, and 10 years of experience, I don't think I could do what they're doing right now. They've just got the power of positive thinking. maybe a little chemical stimulation, and I'm like, damn, straight up. December 28th, 3 consecutive backflips with no shirt on the corner of Burrard and Alberni Street, right in front of the Hermes. You don't see that shit every day. Bask in it. Look at my shit. Look at my fucking shit. Look at that shit right there. Look at that fucking line. Look at that shit. Oh, Daniel, thank you for the raid. You don't know, so I've been playing this for 3 hours. I'm back where I started, and you know, I'll tell you a short story. I'm happy to be back where I started. That should tell you how things went in the middle of this today. Kate, by the way, is our friend gone? Can I swear again and start saying insane stuff? Yes. Yes! Pussy money weed! Pussy money weed! Let's go! Whee! By the way, Dan, I watched you open packs for 3 seconds before my Peloton ride. So your stream was on the monitor across the room, my entire 90-minute Peloton ride. Seems like you were freaking crushing it in Ballotro today, brother. I saw the campfire run. I saw you get that legendary Joker that creates a negative copy of a consumable. At least I'm back at the pool. We go again. Still got 10 minutes till we're pivoting to something else. I'm tired, boss. Weak. The beatings will continue until morale improves. Hang on, let me speak on this for a second. NL, I got into an argument with my friends because I said banana peppers were overrated and unnecessary in the food industry. Any thoughts? A little bit over the top saying unnecessary, but I kind of believe that I agree with you, that I would call them a little bit overrated. I used to eat plain sandwiches in high school. Go to Subway, can I get a foot-long turkey on wheat, please? Cheese and toasted, yes, please. Okay, what other toppings do you want on it? Nah, brother, as is. Got a little older, said, I can't eat like this anymore. If I eat like this in college, I'm going to be embarrassed. People are going to think that I am a fake person. So I started eating sandwiches with some toppings on them. Topping that strikes you right off the bat, hot peppers, banana peppers. Spicy, tasty, colorful, what's not to like? 10, 15 years of rocking the banana peppers. I've now come to the opinion that, well, listen, I don't go to Subway anymore. Were I to go to Subway, I probably would not be adding hot peppers to the sandwich. I know the immediate response people are going to have when I say this, but I think they actually provide too much flavor to the sandwich that it turns down the volume of all the other flavors on the sandwich. You put hot peppers on it, 90% of what you taste is like spicy brine, which is one of my favorite flavors, but why am I bothering putting lettuce, tomato, cucumber, olives, pickles? Why am I putting all that stuff on there if I don't want to taste it? I just think it's one of those, okay. I think it's one of those ingredients where its own presence shines so much that in an ensemble, it's a little overpowering. It's like peanut butter in a sandwich. Unless it's a peanut butter sandwich. Until someone invents a more peanut butter. What am I doing? Why y'all acting tough for no reason? I know, the bro said I can eat banana peppers, but choose not to sometimes. People are like, he's white! Look at me, motherfucker! Of course I'm white. I can handle the spice of a banana pepper. It's just sometimes you want the melange, bro. Sometimes you want to taste the tomato. The real question is, how many motherfuckers who eat chicken nuggets more than 3 times a week are ragging on me for not putting banana peppers on my sandwich? I'm going to say 2,000. I'm going to say 2,000 chicken nugget motherfuckers. Bad idea. It was quite a visceral drop there. I'm an adult, I eat chicken tenders. Like 20% of chat, that's crazy. I think it's an adequate number. Perfectly cromulent number. I'm more of a mac and cheese guy. You're gonna make me hate post about the Disney cruise again. Dan, while you're here, Disney cruise, great time, especially as a family man. You'll lose your mind in the buffet line, I guarantee it. When you see like some 62-year-old dude from Louisiana huffing and puffing because there's 12 people in line for French fries and mac and cheese, and he doesn't want to wait for 12 people until he gets French fries and mac and cheese, you will lose it. Send it. Send it. Send it. So, wow. Me thinking I would lose weight when I lived in Japan. Turns out I just bought deep fried chicken from the convenience store and ice cream because it was so delicious. I hear that. Me thinking that I would lose weight in South Korea, even though I was drinking 10 Casses, Heights, or Maxes at least 3 times a week, and eating pizza, fried chicken, Korean barbecue, and then just random shit from the kimbap Jungkook just to keep myself going, and then realizing that I fucking did lose like 10 pounds. What the hell's going on? Me going back to Canada thinking I'm definitely going to lose even more weight because I'm not going to be drinking 36 beers a week anymore, and then somehow putting on like 15 pounds within 2 months of being back. What the fuck? Me realizing that when I worked and lived in South Korea, I would spend, even though I was drinking Saturdays and Sundays, I was spending most of the day walking around with my friends. And then in North America, even though I wasn't drinking 10 beers a day on Saturday and Sunday, I was just sitting inside of my room playing Dota 2. There must be something. They must be putting something in the food over here. I can't explain it. The only thing that makes sense, there must be something in the food. We're so back. We're making it back. Can you not walk around in North America? I mean, like, where I lived, I could have walked around. It was just kind of like there was nothing to go to. Like, I could walk. The suburb that I lived in had sidewalks. I could easily go for, like, a, you know, an hour and a half, 2 hour walk or something like that. But what am I going to do? Walk my ass to Chapters and, like, look at a book that I don't want to buy and then walk home? In South Korea, there was a good reason to walk. Like, half the places that you walk by were selling beers. Oh. What's Korean beer like? It's pretty terrible at the time. It was dominated by 3 brands, Cass, Height, and Max, that all tasted exactly the same. They were all like absolute dog shit, corn-colored lagers. Cass is good, dude. You know what blew my mind was coming back to Canada and being like, thank God I don't have to drink Cass anymore. And then you go to like a Korean restaurant and realize that people are paying import prices for Cass. They're paying like $7 a can for Cass to have with the Korean barbecue. And you're like, it's literally worse than all. I get that it's authentic, but it's like it's worse than the worst domestics. You were probably IPA pilled. I was like 22 years old. I don't know if anybody in this chat between ages 19 and 22 drank more $1 or less lagers than me. I will never have that palate back ever again. Craft beer did not exist when I was in university. It was probably invented by somebody who went to university with me, or Jimmy Carter, I don't know. Not in America, but in Europe. Okay, well then fucking fly to South Korea, have some Cass, tell me how good it is. It kind of tastes like a Herlin Berlin Wieser. No, it doesn't. They take corn, they put it in a fucking bucket, put some table sugar on top, and then wait like 6 months and then put a label on it. That's Cass, Height, and Max, okay? Tired of people pretending IPAs are good? We literally don't care about you at all. We don't even think about you. Do you know how based it is to be an IPA maxer? I'm done apologizing for being an IPA maxer. I'm now just saying, you know what? You've had 10 years to adjust your palate to industry trends. If your ass is still walking into a pub, looking at the menu, and there's 2 lagers and 8 IPAs, and you're like, I guess I'll take the amber ale, then fucking that's on you, bro. You know what it's like to look at the beer list and see 9 things that hit your exact taste? Ooh. IPA haters stay losing, bro. I hate IPAs. I hate IPAs. Me and the boys enjoying a swift fat tug before our Hoyne dark matters arrive. Oh. Woo. What if I only like ciders? A second mouth has hit the chat. 10 years from now, people will be like, I can't believe we drank that filthy IPA stuff. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. It's kind of sick right now, though. That'd be a good sketch. Because, like, just because you regret it 10 years later doesn't mean you had no fun in the moment, right? Like, I'm sure if you were dressed like Flock of Seagulls in the 80s, when you looked at photos of it in 1995, you were probably like, man, I look silly. What were you going to say? Oh, man, oh, fuck, I can't believe I got so much pussy in that outfit. The psych! It's the times you're in, man. There's nothing wrong with going to a place, seeing 10 IPAs on the menu and ordering an IPA. What do you think? You fell out of a coconut tree? Bro, it's March. We gotta call it. Okay, /marker me. A difficult game.